It's Nolan. Break. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. 100% I'm authentic. I don't get down with the gimmicks. I keep it real. Never get bothered by critics that never been out in the field. Don't care how they feel. Stand on my pride, I'm drawing a line. Making more money than y'all combined. You're spending your days, you're watching for mine. You're reaching your hand, I won't give you a dime. I drew the plays. Hitting the gym for them 2 days. People be coming with Q&As. I just revive with a new phase. I'm a survivor, went through the maze. Right off these niggas, then turn the page. Nobody stopping me ever. I'm dedicated to having my way, I'ma get it, cause I'm so much better. I keep a winning mentality, turning my dreams to reality. Put in the work for my salary. Try to copy me, that does not flatter me. I'm the best, you can check my anatomy. When I rest, I'm recharging my battery. You been nagging just like the academy. Take a pic, this is something you never be. Greatness, greatness. Quit playing, bitch, in my payment. New nurse, I ain't got no patience. No money, I swim in that fragrance. New crib, I'm setting locations. Cooking up spill sauce on the apron. Clocked in, I don't need no training. My brain make all my statement. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again.
Oops, I did it, I win, why shouldn't I? I done put friends on many times, now I got ease on ease on ease. Look, no let my brother my kin, but I gotta set the bar be. Hold on, tell me where should I begin? After I'm walk through you can move the goalposts, I'm a go-go gadget. On the treadmill, I'm a trendsetter, you can't thread this fabric. I'm cut from a different cloth. Collision and call, rightfully the boy multifaceted. In my cabinet, my partners know they take president. If I'm eating, they be eating, we be feasting on them M&M's like a snack. As a matter of fact, I gotta get it, shout it low, get it while the getting's good. Like a PNT rally of distance, I bet they all go MIA. Newsflash, they can't hold me, let alone my team, like I'm D-Wade in a big state where they outlandish. Atlantis, very own home of the Martins. Free at last, this speech gon' ring bells long lasting. Mark my words, it's in the air. Now what the happening? Rollo told me, pray for forgiveness. When it comes to permission, I ain't asking. Barclay.
Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. What's up? Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. I am your host, J Nolan. Man, y'all know what we're getting into today. First thing we're going to get into is the ramifications or the aftermath of Kendrick Lamar's Ken and Friends, The Pop-Out Show. Of course, we already did a recap, but I came across a really dope article that I want to talk about in terms of the unification of the LA hip-hop scene. We're going to go through that. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on that because I did a whole recap video for over an hour, but let's be honest, the culture is riding high on the heels of that show, on the heels of that performance, on the heels of that display, on the heels of uniting the entire LA for the world to see live on Amazon, not only on Amazon Prime, the app, but also on Amazon Music, on Twitch. Not to mention, I think it was damn near 17,000 people in the building. Y'all want to talk about sold out shows?
Y'all ain't finna talk about it with goddamn Kenny. All right? We're going to get into the Clipse reunion. Oh my goodness. Prayers are being answered in 2024. If you're not really a Clipse fan, I understand. That's cool for you. But what's cool for me is these niggas coming back, putting out an album. I'm here for this shit. I'm ready for this shit. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Right? Hell Hath No Fury holds a special place in my personal hip-hop story. Me and my niggas, when we was in high school, we used to play the Clipse like it was, nigga. Same way I was playing Kanye, same way I was playing Hov, same way I was playing Nas, I was playing Clipse. So for them to come back, Pusha T has remained sharp. Malice has remained sharp. No Malice, excuse me. I think he might have dropped the no off his name too as we move into this album. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about country star Miss Tanner Adell. She just got a new deal. She signed with Love Renaissance, baby. She ain't go to no motherfucking country label. She went to the Black Mecca here in Atlanta. You feel me? I'm not saying Love Renaissance is the Black Mecca. I'm just saying she came to the A to come fuck with one of our homegrown labels. Okay? And then we got Travis Scott and his arrest thing. We're going to get to that shortly, too. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that. There's not a lot of details, not too much going on. But we're going to talk about a few things, all right? We're going to start out with the Ken and Friends situation, all right? So Associated Press has this article. Like they say, after Drake battle, Kendrick Lamar turns Victory Lap concert into LA Unity celebration. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. Do your shit, nigga. Boom. So they say, not content with merely taking a victory lap after winning his battle against fellow rap superstar Drake, Kendrick Lamar turned his Juneteenth pop out, and the importance of Juneteenth, Black Independence Day. Come out there and, man, let me stop. Pop-out concert at the Forum into a cathartic live stream celebration of Los Angeles unity. Lamar curated a 3-hour concert featuring a mix of up-and-coming LA rappers and stars, including Tyler, the Creator, Steve Lacy, and YG. When it was his turn to take the stage, the 37-year-old rapper powered through a set with Black Hippie collaborators Schoolboy Q, Ab-Soul, and J-Rock, performed his Drake diss songs Euphoria and 616 in LA, and then was joined on stage by Dr. Dre. Say what you want. He is the original king of Compton in hip hop. You could say Eazy-E was that at one point. You could say Ice Cube was that at one point. But I think Dr. Dre, being the mastermind behind both of their, rises to fame, he took that. They say the two West Coast Titans performed Still Dre and California Love, and Drake called Lamar one of the greatest that ever did it before quieting the roaring crowd by requesting a moment of silence. It was a misdirect. He then delivered the 6 Cents quote that opens Lamar's chart-topping Not Like Us, I See Dead People. A crowd of 17,000 that included The Weeknd, LeBron James, Ayo Edebiri, and Rick Ross rapped along to every word of the biting but jubilant DJ Mustard production, which Lamar restarted twice after the first verse and then performed 4 times in full. Chloe Bailey was in that crowd too. She was supposed to be doing press for one of her movies. She said, I'm not missing this shit for the world. Sorry. Shuffling, frolicking, and dancing and spinning around him as Lamar strode the stage in a red hoodie, NBA stars Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan, who was name dropped in, which record was that? Not Like Us. Glad he Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Elantra down to Central. Nigga, better not speak on Sereno. Don't get me started. DJ Mustard, rapper Roddy Ricch, and even a teenage dance troupe led by the crumping innovator Tommy the Clown. Shout out to Tommy the Clown. Lamar reveled in the moment. He said, y'all ain't gonna let nobody disrespect the West Coast. Y'all ain't gonna let nobody imitate our legends, huh? As he said, referring to Drake's use of AI tools to mimic Tupac's voice on Tailor-Made Freestyle. He also added a line to Euphoria, referencing Drake's purchase of Tupac's jewelry. Give me Tupac ring back, and I might give you a little respect. But the Compton native had more on his mind, calling out to specific men and women to join him on stage for a group photo. He said, let the world see this. You ain't seen this many sections on one stage, keeping it together and having peace. For all of us to be on this stage together, unity from East Side, LA, Clipse, Bloods, Pyru. This is special, man. We put this ish together for y'all. Okay? He says this ain't got nothing to do with no song at this point. Ain't got nothing to do with no back and forth records. It's got everything to do with this moment right here. That's what this was about, to bring all of us together. After the final song, Lamar exited saying, "I promise you, this won't be the last of us." That was probably the most interesting line of the night. Some people are speculating that this Juneteenth pop out Ken and Friends could be the start of an annual event. I'm going to tell you right motherfucking now, if it is, my little ass going to be in goddamn Inglewood 2025. You wouldn't catch me hanging out there on a normal day. I'll be at that bit at the motherfucking forum 2025. Hey, you want to do it at the crypto? I'll be there 2025. Fuck it. Okay? Just give a real one the word. All right? I made my way to fucking Dreamville. I will make my way to the Ken and Friends for the next one. Just let me know in enough time, my nigga. We're going to have to YouTube this the fuck out this channel so we can go ahead and get that ticket right. Okay? Hold on, yeah. Let me see what the hell just came through. All right. They said the feud that energized hip-hop fans over the last few months has long been a sort of cold war with coded, subtle, and undeniable insults woven into some of the two rappers' biggest hits over the past decade, from Energy to All the Stars, Galchester to Humble. It began after Lamar's attention-grabbing verse on Big Sean's 2013 Control, as we all know, in which he laid out his ambition to beat out Drake and other top rappers. The Canadian actor turned rapper, who as the biggest star had handpicked Lamar to join his second headlining tour a year earlier, felt personally insulted. We know all of these facts, but shit. The two then took widely divergent paths as their careers flourished on parallel paths. Drake shares images of his wealth and jokey memes online, collaborates regularly with up-and-coming artists, and integrates bubbling musical trends in hip-hop and the broader pop world to pump out club-ready singles at a consistent pace. That sounds very accurate. Lamar often disappears from the public eye for years at a time to build deeply introspective concept albums featuring few voices other than his own, while maintaining a minimal social media presence. Drake's taste-making ability mostly kept him on top of the rap world with an approach that matched the direction of pop music as a whole. But as his hit-making consistency diminished, an opening emerged. Lamar, Future, and Metro Boomin kicked off their direct assault on Toronto's King in March with Like That. Lamar made his disdain clear. He sees Drake as a talented outsider who enjoys and profits from hip-hop culture but didn't grow up in it, code switching his way into the mainstream without a core identity or authenticity. His nail in the coffin final verse on Not Like Us sums up his view. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars, no, you're not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. I ain't gonna lie. The journalism game is fucked. I'm gonna go off on a small tangent that's unrelated to this article, somewhat related to this article, but really to the writing style of this article, because that's the end of it. I don't know who you niggas are. Who wrote this? I hate to call you out, but I call out every artist every day. Ryan Pearson at AP. Who taught you how to write all these paragraphs and end without putting a button on this motherfucker? Where's the conclusion? Y'all niggas just be stopping on random ass sentences, feeling like it got more to it, and then it just be gone. This ain't the first time I've complained about this shit. Damn sure won't be the last. I hate to blast you, Ryan, but you deserve it, all right? You did all of this build up just for it to end on a random ass statement. Fuck out of here. Okay. Last night we saw Kendrick dressed up like, you know what I'm saying, in the red hoodie, blue jeans, white undershirt like Tupac, red hat like Tupac at the 94 Source Awards. Again, when he snatched the mic from Q-Tip ass. Saw some people on Twitter, some OV hoes out there that was like, this is a supreme reach. Reach into your cereal box, Crody. The fuck are you talking about? It's proof in the pudding. We're not going to let nobody disrespect the legend. You think they gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga? Anybody that's going to do that is going to have the the thought process to do that? You think it's just random ass colors he wearing? Come on, man. Not to mention all of the red that was in the building. I was thoroughly entertained. A couple folks wanted to try to dispute me on a couple things. I didn't really understand that. Like when I said, I didn't expect him to stay in that hoodie the whole entire performance. I don't see how that was an unreasonable take. I thought he was going to perform in his t-shirt at some point. It was hot as fuck in the building. I didn't expect him to have a bunch of wardrobe changes. I just thought he would take 5 seconds to say, all right, y'all, give me a second. Take the hoodie off and get back to rapping. Somebody else tried to say, were we watching the same show? This was perfection. Based on my recap last night, because I had other things that I would have loved to have seen. I wanted him to perform some other songs. I wanted him to perform full versions of like 616 in LA. I wanted him to perform full version of DNA. I acknowledged that Kendrick, kind of stumbled on a couple words. It wasn't like a indictment on his performance skills. I was just pointing out that it happened because I was singing along to the song and I was like, damn, I hate that he fucked this up because I wanted him to drive the stake in this nigga coffin flawlessly. Stuff like that, I just don't be understanding. Like, the hell? Why do you go to watch somebody's opinion just to fucking be weird about it? Anyway, but everybody else seemed to be positive. I don't have a problem with disagreeing, by the way. It's just like the way some people approach disagreements is weird. Because then if I get on niggas' heads the way niggas jump on mine, I'm an angry person, But we're gonna move on with the show. Shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to PG Lang. Shout out to TDE, Top Dog. Shout out to everybody that was out there that graced the stage. All the up and coming artists that got they shine. That shit was amazing. To be out there in front of nearly 20,000 people. Not to mention all of the 100,000 people that was on Amazon's live stream. Not to mention however many. We got to get the tabulations on the actual Amazon Prime stats through the app. Sheesh. But we're gonna move on with the show. I guess I'll jump into Travis Scott because this is kind of a quick topic that we could just jump in and out on. Travis Scott has been arrested for disorderly intoxication and trespassing in Miami. Excuse me. According to court reports obtained by the Daily Mirror, the Houston rapper was held at Miami-Dade's Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center at around 4:35 a.m. this morning. Should have had your ass in L.A. at that show instead of hanging around. What the hell was you doing? Were you exiled from the building? You be trying to play both sides, nigga. You can't come. The Miami Beach Police Department said Scott was arrested at 1:17 a.m. for causing a disturbance on a charter boat at the Miami Beach Marina. They say he was drunk, causing a disturbance, and asked to leave multiple times. I think he was turned up from the show. Hate to do this with y'all on here. Hold on, let me pause. All right. Let's see. Travis Scott was released on a $650 bond, working out as $500 for the trespassing charge and $150 for disorderly intoxication. That nigga was on that goddamn live stream going crazy. Officers told WSVN News that he was arrested after refusing to leave the boat. Scott was apparently getting off the boat when the owner requested him to leave. Police then said he became irate, screaming profanities, left, and then returned to disturb some more. His mugshot was later released and shared by the Miami-Dade Corrections Facility. Shortly after news about the arrest made its way online, Travis Scott took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to seemingly react to the incident, posting LOL only. The hell you laughing at, nigga? They gonna take your ass down. You just got off from that goddamn Astro World shit, boy. Motherfuckers on your ass. Nonetheless, he's scheduled to take his Circus Maximus tour across the pond later this month, opening up in the Netherlands on June 28th, followed by dates in Poland, Switzerland, France, Belgium, England, Germany, Czech Republic, and Italy in July. Okay? So that's what's going on with that nigga. Let me see if there's anything else of note in this Daily Mirror thing. If not, we will move forward. You know what I found interesting? I never really cared to look it up or look into it. I really thought this nigga's name was Travis Scott. This nigga's name. Where's the shit at? I just had it. This nigga real name is Jacquees Berman Webster. Like, your name ain't Travis or Scott? None of them names even show up in your name. Like, I understand people call themselves different shit. They call themselves different adjectives and shit. Hey, I'm super lyrical Mario. You know what I mean? Or some shit. But those are two like pointed names. I thought you was really born with that. Damn. What a pseudonym. Travis Scott. Does anyone know the origin of what made him take up that name? Be sure to drop it in the chat or in the comments. We're going to keep the show rolling. Let's get into Miss Tanner Adell getting her deal with Love Renaissance. I thought this was super interesting. Right? So according to Billboard, they say Beyonce collaborator Tanner Adell has signed with Love Renaissance. Okay? Tanner Adell, known for her breakthrough hit Buckle Bunny and her contributions to Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album. The Atlanta-based Love Renaissance was founded in 2016 by Tunde Balogun, Justice Biden, Junior Abaido, Carlin Ramon, and Sean Famoso McNichol. It features a roster including Black, Summer Walker, Division, Spinelli, and TNC. Did Boogie leave? I thought Westside Boogie was still with y'all. Okay. Must have fulfilled his contract. The multifaceted label and management company offers creative direction, production, marketing, and strategic partnerships. Love Renaissance also operates the Atlanta-based LVRN studios to further cultivate musical talent in the Atlanta area. They said they made it so obvious. Adele says they made it so obvious that they knew exactly who I was and exactly how they were going to help me achieve what I want to achieve. Adele tells Billboard of her decision to sign with LVRN Records. Her upbringing in both California and Wyoming has helped the singer-songwriter in crafting a unique fusion of country pop and hip-hop on songs such as Whiskey Blues and FU 150, as well as a signature brand that blends big city glitz and rural roots. Adele moved to Nashville 3 years ago with her sights set on a career in country music. She says, I was writing in my bedroom using beats I'd find on the internet. I moved here and just put my head down working and kept my vision as straight as I possibly could and trying to create a sound that I felt was unique to me but relatable. She was previously signed with Columbia Records, in which she dropped the song Honky Tonk Heartbreak in 2021, followed by her EP Last Call the following year. Most recently, she released her Buckle Bunny debut mixtape last year, followed by a deluxe version of the project, including Love You a Little Bit, Throw It Back, and I Hate Texas, which I believe she released independently, if I'm not mistaken. Then Beyonce came calling. This is what changed her motherfucking life. On Beyonce's Cowboy Carter, she joined with Brittany Spencer, Tiara Kennedy, and Raina Roberts on the song Blackbird and provided background vocals on American Requiem. Like her Cowboy Carter cohorts, Adele saw a surge in streaming. According to Luminate, the week after Beyonce released Texas Hold'em, she saw a 188% increase in her own streaming activity, which we talked about once before on the channel. This year, she's built on that surge by performing at top festivals, including CMA Fest, Stagecoach, and C2C, which are all huge festivals in the country music community. Adele also wrote and recorded the song Too Easy for the soundtrack of the movie Twisters, with her work residing alongside music from artists like Luke Combs, Jelly Roll, and Miranda Lambert. So it's going to be a heavy country presence on that album. Justice, head of A&R for Love Renaissance, said in a statement, "It's rare these days to be wowed and instantly connect to an artist. Tanner is a generational talent who will change how people feel, perceive, and digest country music. We believe in the stories she tells and her ability to relate to the everyday person. She will touch a global audience. Our decision to support her journey reflects how we at LVRN came into the business and how we see things: fearless, rebellious, loving Renaissance." I find this interesting as well that they signed her, because I'm I know a lot of y'all probably don't remember this young artist by the name of Rory, but if you were around during the blog era, on the toward the end of the blog era, he had gotten really popular, especially in the city of Atlanta. He did this thing called the Anti-Tour. And he was Love Renaissance first artist, which is why I'm bringing him up. He did this thing called the Anti-Tour, where basically when major acts would come to the city, he would perform in the parking lot. He would get on top of like a bus and like have a loudspeaker hooked up. And let's say you're at the Beyonce concert or what have you. Motherfuckers is, leaving the Beyonce concert. That nigga out there with a loudspeaker performing his music, and motherfuckers ended up showing interest in him, and people in the industry ended up reaching out to him and sparking a career for him. Now, he ended up getting a deal outside of Love Renaissance in partnership, put out an album, I believe. I don't know what all of the personal stuff is that like kind of led him astray from the label. But again, I'm bringing him up because he was actually like in his last days of putting music out with the company, he was kind of going in the country direction, or a version of country alternative music. So they do have experience in developing an artist in that space, but whatever personal issues happened at that time, he wasn't able to fulfill his prophecy at that time. He's still out here doing like really cool stuff here and there, but I would have loved to have seen what they were able to do with him back during those years, 2014-ish, 12. I forget the exact year, but whatever. Amber Grimes, who I personally fuck with. I don't know her personally, but I fuck with her. I love the hosting that she does with Amazon and stuff like that, and she's a very intelligent mind in the music industry. I follow her closely. She says, given our profound affinity for storytelling, we were determined to collaborate with Tanner. She was a jaw-dropping story waiting to be shared through her songwriting. We are thrilled to welcome Tanner to our family, amplify her narrative, and continue to cultivate her success as an artist. Our commitment to nurturing talent and supporting artistic integrity extends all across genres. Okay? And I think it's dope also that she decided to like forego signing with a traditional country label, going to the traditional Nashville shit. Excuse me. Because when you just do country music for country music fans, you can find yourself overshadowed by the rest of the industry. You basically exist in a fishbowl. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that if you find success and you were able to take care of your family and shit like that. But we haven't really seen like a huge black artist in modern times that's just like the face of country music. I mean, you got Kane Brown, but he kind of does country, kind of does hip hop, and he's racially ambiguous. So people don't really look at him the same as most people that would look at him and wonder if he's white or black. It's kind of that question, like, who in his family is black? With Tanner, you kind of know off the bat, right? So yeah. And then Kane does like gospel on top of that. So it's like country, hip hop, gospel. That's a lot of eggs in one basket, but with her, she has a black girl image. So she's relatable, but then she does something that most people wouldn't commit themselves to. So I'm actually really excited to see where she goes, especially having that Beyonce co-sign, especially having Love Renaissance behind her, who is really known for artistic development. They're really big on that. So I'm curious to see like where her musicality expands moving forward. Okay. Tanner recalls the detailed plan that they presented to her about her career. She said they had about 30 pages of where her trajectory was going, showing how they understood her brand. She said they had a vision for touring and a deep dive into how the partnership would go if she signed with them. She said, you never see that. It felt like these are real people who really care and understand me. Over the past year, she's been writing for a new project, one that will bring fans deeper into her story, she says. She said, I haven't talked too much about family, my birth family, and being adopted and how I've dealt with that. I never knew about that. She said, I'm biracial. I was adopted by a white family, but they also adopted her siblings. She says, I haven't talked about finding my birth family or any of that. I feel like my fans are ready, and I'm ready to give that part of myself to them. I'm ready to share that side of me. I feel like there will be a lot of people who will be healed. So she's got an interesting story. And you don't really hear about a lot of artists in the industry that are adopted, or if they are, they don't really talk about it. So kudos to her on that. Salute. Now let's get to the motherfucking clips. My niggas. Y'all don't understand. I told y'all in the beginning y'all don't understand, and I stand by that. Okay? Pusha T, No Malice have confirmed a new Clipse album completely produced by Skateboard P. Okay? In an interview with Vulture published on Wednesday, the siblings went into detail about what will be their first album since 2009. God damn, it doesn't feel like that long. Till the casket dropped. Pusha says, I think this album shows the supreme maturation of a rap duo. I think this is where you get the difference between taste and filler. This music is curated. This is a high taste level piece of work. You can only have that level of taste when you have the fundamentals down to a science. I think it's been definitely missing. Then there's the competitive aspect. Malice comes in. He says this is smart basketball. So he likens it to the sport of basketball. It's fundamentals. And not only that, it's authenticity. It's what rap should look like if you're real about your craft, real about your experience, real about your storytelling. It's bringing the fans along to see the growth, not trying to fit in or fabricate. Okay? It just seems like in other genres of music, they have the luxury of growing. For some reason, we act like we're not supposed to evolve. This is what the true evolution of what the Clipse looks like. It's just good and being able to show that we still have high-level raps. Okay? Without revealing any of the features, the former Gut Music president, as in Pusha T, says, Pharrell producing everything is also an ode to the type of music and the type of albums we want to make. We still want to make full bodies of work. These are movies. These aren't just songs. This isn't just a collection of joints we went in and banged out. He further states, this is arguing. This is a problem. These are people passionate about their opinions and making sure that everybody's on their A game. He says, I can be mad at the engineer. Even he has to be on point. I think that's the level of meticulousness that a Clipse fan looks for. Now, unfortunately, this project is exclusively produced by Pharrell, which means that Chad Hugo, the other half of the Neptunes, had no hand in the production on this album. Unfortunately, Chad and Pharrell are still at odds about trademarks for the Neptunes and all of that type of stuff. They're not seeing eye to eye. They're not working together. So you're going to be missing some of the core elements of what made the Clipse so fire. But I hope Pharrell's able to at least tap into Clipse bag, not just what the fuck he been doing with the same ass 4-count shit in the beginning of the song and just having these same clunky ass drums. We really need real shit here. Okay? A release date for the upcoming album has yet to be announced. However, we do have speculation of an album title. I hope I saved it. I'm going to kick myself in the ass if I didn't. Y'all give me a second here. All right, I don't got to kick myself in the ass. So it's being rumored that the new Clipse album will be titled Let God Sort 'Em Out. Promo shirts in collaboration with Carhartt have already been surfacing online and in different places with the phrase. These have been popping up in Paris during Fashion Week, and there's rumored to be an event scheduled for later this week, which it's only a few more days left going into the weekend. Where we going? What we doing? I would like to see it. Again, if you don't share my excitement for the Clipse, that's okay. But y'all not gonna bring me down. Y'all ain't gonna stop my flow. Cause when that motherfucker drop, what? You ain't even know. Okay? So there's that. Do I have anything else on the docket for today? Let me see. I mean, there's other things we can talk about. But do I feel like talking about them? I guess related to the Neptunes and Timbaland, Justin Timberlake. Him and his lawyer have come out to speak. Remember the other day I told y'all about his arrest and him being drunk as fuck and drinking other niggas' drinks at the bar while they went to the bathroom. This motherfucker was white boy wasted. Well, a new statement has been released. His lawyer says, "We look forward to vigorously defending Mr. Timberlake against these allegations. He will have a lot to say at the appropriate time. He's currently waiting full discovery from the DA's office." Okay? So, when you say he's going to have a lot to say, I wonder what that means. Is he going to do some sort of expose about how this is a smear campaign against him to make him look bad? Let me find out Justin Timberlake was about to purchase CNN. Get the fuck out of here, boy. Your best bet is not to say shit and let this shit pass. It's not like we talk about you on a daily basis or give a fuck about your whereabouts. Stay quiet, let the story pass, jump back out with your fucking music that nobody wants to hear, all right? Much love and respect to you, though, JT. I know that was harsh, but we got to be real with niggas out here. Let's see. What else is going on in the culture? I guess we'll stay consistent with this whole Star Trek theme, right? Tommy Richmond, who I've seen a lot of y'all don't fuck with. That's crazy. He's come out in defense of himself to say, hey, stop calling me a TikTok artist. Okay? And I say in relation to the Star Trek thing because that's who he's influenced by. The DMV hitmaker is enjoying his time in the spotlight right now with the success of $1 Million Baby, while hoping his latest single, Devil Is a Lie, ends up having a similar impact. However, with all the fame comes some unwanted opinions from the public. Tommy Richmond came out on Twitter to let people know he wants to be known as more than someone who made it from TikTok. He says, "I'm not no fucking TikTok artist." Right? And I broke that down for y'all, for those that tuned in. He's been signed to a publishing deal for the last 2 years with Brent Faiyaz and Post Music Group. So they took to him early. They heard what he had in the tuck. So the success that he's seeing right now has literally been baking in the oven for the past 2 years. It was just that they decided to debut it. So I don't look at him as a TikTok artist. I think a lot of TikTok artists that have broken over the last few years have been dookie. Y'all say he's trash. I don't think he's trash. I think he understands melody. I think he understands his voice. I think he understands that he's tapping into a fan base of people that want to hear from the likes of a Pharrell or those Nelly vibes, those early 2000s Nelly vibes. Will he have longevity based on that sound? I don't know. But I think for this year, making feel good music for those that want to party and hear that, he's going to capitalize on that vibe. Furthermore, sticking to the Star Trek theme, Slim Thug, who used to be signed to the Neptunes, came out and said $1 million is not enough money if you're broke. Very controversial statement. Niggas jumped on his motherfucking beard when he said it. Okay? So Slim Thug has called out all of those who wish they had $1 million to their name, claiming it's not enough to make a broke person happy. Okay? Talking to Instagram, the Houston rapper put out a PSA to anyone who believes having that in the bank will change their life. He says, if you're broke, $1 million is not enough. If you're broke, stop saying if I had $1 million, I'd be good for the rest of my life. No, you won't. He says, if you're broke, you got $1 million worth of shit you need to buy right now. You need a house, car. Most of y'all motherfuckers gonna spend money at the mall. You're gonna celebrate you got $1 million. By the time you do all that shit, you're gonna be broke again. Damn, no faith in the people. Instead, Slim Thug claims having a high work rate and reaping the benefits of your success is truly what life is about. He says, so stop saying, if I had $1 million, it ain't about a number, he said. It's about being a hard worker every day and grinding every day and keep going and keep going. It's a lifestyle, not a destination. So stop putting the destination on your goals. If you had $1 million, grind every day and get you some income forever. DJ Paul tried to come in and defend him. He says, I know a rapper that just got $1 million and broke because he forgot taxes is $400K of that. $650,000 in Cali is what he was left with. Slim Thug did release a book in 2012, never knew this, called How to Survive in a Recession, And he talked about the various ways that people could spend their money during his press run. He says some people are riding around in a Benz, but die and don't even have money to be buried. That may sound like a harsh statement to many, but it is true for so many more. You need to feel like you are committing a crime once you go and get your cash. Speaking to someone about the common mistakes people who fall into new money make, he says they forget they have to pay taxes and what the check says isn't really what they have. He says, I myself am even guilty of rapping about spending money in careless ways. So at that time, you know, say what you want about Slim Thug. He's made good financial decisions. He's only released a few albums commercially throughout his career. He still lives well out there in Houston. I think living in Texas definitely is a benefit because I think they have like no, what is that? The no tax shit out there? Can't think of it off the top of my head. Is it sales tax? So your money stretches a little bit longer. But to say that $1 million is not enough for somebody, you don't know what that person's plan is with that $1 million. Not everybody's going to go to the mall. And if they do, that doesn't mean that they're going to spend copious amounts of time at the mall or spend copious amounts of money. Maybe they just want to get a new wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker might go on Shein and get a... Motherfucker might do a Shein haul for the next 6 months and get the shit for dirt cheap. You know what I'm saying? Just so they could look out, so that they could pop out and show niggas a little something. You don't know what a nigga plan is with that milli? So to say it's not enough is crazy. If people are making it work on salaries in the ranges of 30, 50, 70, 100,000 and even 100,000 today in our economy is not really enough to like really do everything that you want to do. That used to be a benchmark milestone, and it still is nice to have when you're in a position where you're not. So $1 million is 10 times that. So yes, it would change somebody's life, even if they had to deal with on the end of that being $650K to DJ Paul's credit. If you are a responsible person and you make, the right decisions, you should be able to turn that into something. That doesn't mean that you don't never have to work again. Doesn't mean that you don't have to do nothing else in your life. Like you received $1 million check and now all of a sudden you get to sit on your ass. No, nobody's saying that. Anybody that believes that probably hasn't lived long enough. It's probably kids or irresponsible people that just always have a moving goalpost on what they need, right? But for the average person, if they came into $1 million and they weren't trying to live an exorbitant lifestyle, they could do something with that. Put away some for savings, put away some for their kids. You know what I'm saying? People don't necessarily, there's this myth out there that you have to buy a house. And I understand how important it is to own your own property and stuff like that, especially if you one day intend to sell it. Or if you want to keep it in the family and put it in a trust or something like that. But you don't have to go out and buy a fucking house, man. So it's not like you got to go out there and drop a whop on some big whopping down payment. You don't got to go out and buy a new car cash. You know what I'm saying? Like there's things that you can do to obtain things that you want without necessarily having to go all in on it. So Slim Thug, you know better. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody who doesn't ride around in like super expensive shit. I think he rides around in like a truck, SUV. Like he ain't out here in a Maybach and all that shit no more. He did that at one point. But don't play into people's face neither. You've been notorious for coming out with bad takes for the last year or so. I don't know why. I don't know if you're engagement farming on Instagram because maybe you got that new Instagram Reels bonus and you wanted to run that bitch up. But come the fuck on. Niggas be killing me, bro. $1 million ain't gonna do shit. But some of y'all niggas did everything you possibly could in this world to get $1 million deal to figure it out. Man, get the fuck off my line. That's all I got for y'all, man. I was gonna talk about some hitmaker shit, but I don't care to speak about him right now. So that's what I've got for y'all on this show. Much love and respect. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Be sure to like and share the video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. It's so much better on the inside than outside. But I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all enjoy your day, and I will see you later. All right? Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.